When bottom of the market, and do you think Richard is waiting for it to launch? I don't think he's waiting for it. I think he is definitely using this time as effectively as possible. Like if we were, say the bottom was in and we crashed down to, 8K or something, and then it was like steady, and then we started to see some uptick, and we were, it seemed like the bottom was in. Like say it just really, really was like the bottom. I think we'd be more likely to push it because you can always like not like push it in an unsecure way, but like, if you leave an engineer working on something and you don't tell them he has to be done by this time, like they're just going to keep going forever. So you kind of have to have a deadline of like, all right, we can fix some stuff as we go. Like Ethereum has patched stuff that was a bug in the past, and then they're still doing fine. It's all social consensus anyway. So like if there's ever like a bug or something, you just, oh, we patch it, fix the problem, make everyone whole type of thing. I think it's just wise to use this time to make it as good as possible, because that is basically Richard's brand now, is 100% flawless operation for years. And that is a good selling point. Almost nothing has that. Hex has that. Almost nothing has 100% perfect flawless operation in crypto. Even like Google goes down and like Amazon goes down. Like, dude, all this, and we're in crypto and financials are at stake and stuff. Hex.com, that even Hex.com's up all the time. Like, I think Richard just knows how to do stuff right. And that, if you want it done right, it takes time. And a lot of people are upset about that. But they won't be upset whenever, things are working great. But the thing is, like, if something does go wrong, you can always just, just in time security is a thing. Thanks for all you do. The next bull run will have one of those top channels. Thanks, man. I've had NordVPN forever, or I'd use your ref link. Thanks again. Hey, thanks, Commander Whitehead. Like, how much, dude? I think crypto is gonna be so much better this next bull run when there's way more Hexagon streamers coming up and saving people from getting wrecked. Like there's gonna be a lot more like actual money being made by the participants, because there's so many people that get into crypto and they think they can trade 100x leverage on stuff that goes up multiple x's a day, and they get scam wicked out of their positions and they're just wiped out, or they lose it slightly slower by using stop losses and stuff. So I think it'll be I maybe I'm a little too hopeful. I'm a pretty hopeful guy, pretty happy guy, but or positive guy. It would be cool to see, a lot more top streamers, even like the ones that aren't blatantly Hexagon. Now that they've sacrificed for pulsechain and pulsex, like that's just gonna be an influx of huge amounts of users, because even though they have high follower counts and not much engagement most of the time, because most of their people got screwed over and they just didn't hit the unfollow button after they lost all their money. Some of these guys do actually have a larger following, and it would be awesome whenever they start making content, whenever pulsechain comes out, that they all funnel into Hex and all that stuff, because they're basically endorsing it at that point. And why wouldn't they talk about a bag they have, especially if it's doing extremely well, like pulsechain? And they're like, oh, pulsechain, who made that? Richard Hart made that. Oh, Richard Hart, I heard he was a scammer. Why are they invested in this thing they call it as a scammer? And you're like, oh, that was all just FUD? Oh gosh, I better get in before everyone realizes that Richard's legit and this whole X ecosystem is legit. So that's just huge opportunity in my mind. Like, that's gonna be great. But yeah, I don't know how I got all that from you talking about NordVPN, but yeah, much appreciated. But yeah, it just made sense, like, because I was using Nord myself, so I was like, well, I wonder if I can get people a better discount if I just become an affiliate and then share that. And I was like, oh yeah, if I become an affiliate, then the link that you get gives people a better discount. I was like, why not just share that with people and get better discount? Plus, since Nord is like cool, like I have a guy I talk to, I can like give away extra stuff every once in a while to people who use the link. So if you've ever used the NordVPN link, I can literally add you to a raffle, and then I'm going to give away, free 12-month extensions. So it's just like you just have a chance of extra winning.
My
happiness
is immeasurable, and my day
has been made.
Agree with onboarding tools. That would be brilliant. Tutorials are a way forward, even for pulsechain. Yeah, I know. I'm getting to them. Yeah, it's not the most exciting work. It's like, here's how to use Ethereum and MetaMask and set this up, you know. But like literally if we just had 10 hexagons, make videos on how to be good at DeFi, how to set this up, make a YouTube channel, like over time that just gets hits, you know. If we just have more videos out of how to use DeFi correctly, you know, maybe it pops off on your channel, maybe it doesn't pop off, make different content, maybe do something that makes you feel good. This makes me feel good, so, you know, doing it even though I'm hungry. I think 6-1 pulsex for pulse might be worth it pre-bridge opening, but no idea if it will get there. I don't know about that. This 6-1. That would be so bad. I would not do that. Because the supplies are very similar, and also, I mean, it wasn't a price, but the rate of potential airdrop, you know. People paid $1 for 10,000, and that was the rate. So like, because I think how you wrote it, 6-1 pulsex, yeah. So like, you think pulsex would do 6 times worse than pulse? That is very unlikely. Like, Bitcoin did 3 times worse than Ethereum, and you know they went up like 20x for Bitcoin and 60x for Ethereum. Well, 6-1 would mean if pulsex goes up 10x, then pulse would have to go up 60x. So it's like, do you really think it's going to underperform that much? No, I don't think so. I think you'd be crazy to sell your pulsex at that ratio. Like, how would it even get there? We'll see. We'll see. I mean, the thing is, oh, this is pretty cool. So if pulsex price stays really low, oh, I did the math. Dude, I have so many like papers and papers and papers and papers and notes in my phone about video ideas, and I just never made them yet. The lower the price of pulsex is, the more of the total supply gets like burnt from the buy and burn, because any like amount of dollar value that goes in to buy up the pulsex, if pulsex is very low cost, that means it burns more like nominal amount of pulsex. So you could be losing like percentages of the supply very fast if there's lots of volume on the whole exchange, but the value of pulsex is low. And so it kind of forces the price to be high. And because you either burn tons of the supply and make it really, really rare, and then there's less people who have it to stake in the thing that gives you just free extra yield. And also the price is being bought up constantly by the bot. So like the only way the price wouldn't go up is if people are constantly selling it back down, but you don't have infinite pulsex to sell, but the bot has infinite pulsex to buy, because there's always going to be volume on the exchange, not financial advice. You know, so there's always infinite buying, but you can't sell forever. So I can't believe he would do that. But anyway, pulsex to the moon.